Yo,
Three,
yo,
two,
yo.
one.
What's up, my
Happy
guy? How
Mother's
we doing?
Day, bitch.
How are we doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
First off, want to say big shout out to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. We are indeed recording this on Mother's Day like true champions.
Yeah, you pushed us out of that small hole. I
Ooh,
still don't understand that shit.
hold up. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, now that's a good sound right there, boys. Disclaimer, anything you do here in this podcast that is dark humor or maybe you find a little sensitive is just purely a joke. If you do not know how to take a joke, please click off now. Cheers to
Okay,
all the
that's enough
mothers out
time.
there.
Okay, I'm like, that's enough time of silence for them to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, yeah. So, just a little heads up. This one's going to be a lot shorter than normal just because it is Mother's Day. We got a lot of stuff going on. You know,
And it is late for me.
yeah, it is. It
Let's
is
not.
late. It is currently 10:36 for my guy over there.
Yeah.
So how you been, man? How you been?
Good. The weather's actually been kind of decent, so it's my seasonal depression's going away.
That's good. That's
I've be
good.
I've become fatter.
Oh,
I've gained
well, we
three
love that.
pounds. You got a surprise for me, and I'm scared.
Well, before I get to the surprise, it is 103 here today. It is currently 7:37 at night for me in Arizona, and it is still 97 degrees.
I think it's 50 something.
That sounds terrible.
I'm inside. I don't care. Today I was
Well,
shirtless, getting a tan for the
ooh,
first time for probably the first time this year.
damn! I wish I was there to witness it. Oh wait, you sent me a few shirtless pics.
Did I?
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Oh shit.
That you did indeed, sir. That indeed you did.
God, let me know the
That indeed you did.
surprise.
That indeed you did. I forgot how to speak. Oh shit.
That and diddly did.
Oh shit. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you is I don't know why my computer's overheating right now. If anybody hears that, I do not know why. So for the past 3 weeks, I've only had one thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's been the same thing every day. Any guesses as to what it could be?
It better be some sort of meat.
Pasta.
Pasta? Like pasta fazool? Or like
Like fettuccine alfredo and then just ravioli. That's the only thing I've eaten in the
that's
past
not
three
good.
weeks.
You're like carb no. Eat food.
But I've been drinking like these protein drinks like
I've been
crazy.
drinking a lot of alcohol.
And I've cut down on my alcohol, but the protein drinks I've been drinking, I've been trying to get at least one a day or one every other day, and there are these protein drinks that have like 20 to 30 grams of protein in them, and I'm just like, how is this even possible? And they taste so damn good, bro.
Is it muscle milk?
No, it's like it's an energy drink, but it's a protein drink. Like it's an
What
energy
the
drink, but it has
fuck?
like 40 grams of protein in it. And I bought it at a gas station, and they have like cookies and cream, vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. Dude, it's
You,
so good.
you started at 20. It's like 20, 30 grams. You're at 40 now. And
Well,
then this year
listen,
you're like,
different
has like
protein,
110 grams of
different
protein.
drinks
Like,
have different grams of protein. Yo, get swole. Well,
no, I'm becoming obese.
well, you already are swole. You just gotta turn that fat into fitness.
Fitness dick in your mouth. Okay. Uh,
Yup. What? Pause.
speaking
Listen,
of getting
listen.
fucked, let's talk about Cleveland sports real quick. Cleveland, what the fuck are you doing?
What is Cleveland doing? Are they losing? What is it? It's football season, right?
No,
No, fuck. I
it's
don't.
baseball season. It's
Baseball.
the
Okay, that's right. That's right. That's
NBA
right. Football's not till the
playoffs.
fall. God, I'm stupid.
Dude, we just lost 7-1 to the Phillies last night. I'm pretty sure we were currently down 30 points in the Cavs game, so that's interesting.
Huh?
Let's see how bad they're getting raped now. Oh, I can't say that word. How bad they're getting.
You said rigged, right? You
Yeah,
said
I did
rigged.
say rigged.
Nobody. I didn't hear anything. You said rigged. Rigged. Rigged.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down 25 points with a minute 50 left. So we're
Wow.
gonna get killed by the Pacers.
Well, I mean, what do you expect?
Dude, we're a young team, but like
It's the beginning of the season, bro. We still got a whole summer.
no, it's NBA. It's the playoffs.
Oh.
There you
Okay,
go.
okay.
There we go. It's clicking.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to sports much. What I did pay attention to, however, is the fact that Sovereignty, which is a horse that won the Kentucky Derby of 2025, got slapped with a $63,000 fine because of apparently doing something he shouldn't have done.
His
And from what I
jockey
was
was
reading,
slapping too much.
it was he whipped the horse, I guess, at during a time when you weren't supposed to whip your horse or something. Like, I guess I don't understand horse racing, but what I was reading, it said like I had already done like 10 paces or lengths or strides or whatever before I whipped my horse or whatever. And if anybody knows how it actually works, please feel free to correct
I
me.
think they're
But
only allowed to hit the horse like 6 or 8 times, and you hit it more. So then he just got fined for that.
exactly, yeah, that's what to sum up what I'm trying to say. Exactly, yeah. And Gambit was, I think, the original one who was supposed to win, but he got pushed out to the back right out of the gate, and then towards the end, he made a comeback. He was in the top three, and then Sovereignty came around or it was either Sovereignty or another horse that like pushed him way outside, and just he ended up in like fifth or sixth position. I had a coworker who bet money on Gambit and
Bet
lost
his
quite a
life
bit.
savings.
He only bet a couple hundred, but if he would have won, he would have got paid out like a couple grand. Like payouts for the Kentucky Derby are ridiculous, especially if they win at Triple Crown, bro. You're getting paid like hundreds
I don't know what that
thousands
means.
of dollars.
What does triple crown mean?
It's like the final race. So like, you know how all sport teams have like your nationals, your qualifyings, nationals, and then states. It's kind of like
Yeah.
that with horse racing. From how I understand it, I think it's like a similar process you have to do. You win the Kentucky Derby, and then you go one up, and then it's the Triple Crown or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
But yeah, apart from the same pot of last week, there's no updates on the whole SVU thing. There's another video posted about it, basically clarifying more cases, but I'm not going to get into all that. You could listen to them or listen to last week where I was furious. I couldn't speak.
Oh yeah, this dude this dude went off.
It's just irritating, man. But what about your neck beard?
Listen,
Birdie fruitcake.
because I can't grow a beard properly, and I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to see how long I can let it grow out to see what happens when it's quote unquote filled. You know, like what a full beard looks like, which I have a feeling I can't get much longer than what I have, unfortunately, without waiting like a full year. But like, I don't know. I just like if I shave my face, I just look like a child, bro.
Just trim it. Get a
I
trimmer.
would, but I don't. I just have an electric razor that just has one setting, and that's all the way down. So I'm like, I can't really like trim it like that.
Dude, this is when we have a sponsor that we're never gonna get. But
I need Manscaped, bro. We need a sponsor from
I have
Manscaped,
the
from
Beard
beard
Club.
trimming, from all that stuff.
trim my pubes.
Whoa.
Finally have my small bush. I don't even know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
My small shrub with all of its grass. Fuck. Get me off of this. I'm too tired for this shit, dude.
Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you on that one. But okay. So let's play Would You Rather. Let's play some games, right? Okay. I don't know how to segue out of that. I don't know. Somebody tells me they're tired, and I'm like, okay, cool. Anywho.
So you just have you just glide right up your mom's back.
Would
Happy
you rather
Mother's Day.
ban? Oh my god, I'm dying over here. saying. Okay, so would you rather ban religion or ban politics from public discussion forever?
I already hate people talking politics because they don't know any of the information that they talk about. So
That is very factual. I would agree with you on that.
that one, mine was so much harder hitting.
Would you rather imprison one innocent person or let 10 guilty people go free?
I feel like the justice system already puts people that don't commit crimes in jail. So another easy one.
Would you rather
Dude,
let AI
speaking of,
what?
oh,
No, sorry, go ahead.
they're bringing back the firing squad.
Huh?
Yeah, like for death row.
Oh, I didn't know they were
They're
doing that.
Yeah, dude, they're bringing back firing squad. Because like the electric chair, people could like catch on fire, and then with lethal injection, things can go wrong. And you could just be like a limp biscuit for a little bit and have like a painful death. So they're bringing back firing squad.
Oh,
They literally just put a target. They put a target over the heart, and they have 3 guys sitting there, just knock them.
Well, go out with a bang, as they say. Bro, did you know that
Don't care.
I'm dying. No. Did you know that they're bringing back the woolly mammoth? Currently, they're
stupid.
actively working on bringing it back. Like they're breeding a specific type of elephant with the genetic genes of a woolly mammoth that they have stored in like this very protective area where they store genes or DNA from animals from a long time ago. And so I guess in like a couple years, supposedly the woolly mammoth is supposed to be back.
So it's just gonna be Jurassic World all over again.
Honestly, if it was, that would be pretty cool for our world to go full circle, because I would not mind seeing a dinosaur.
Okay, my thing is, they better have you able to hunt those things.
Here's the thing. If they're bringing back a woolly mammoth, why would they let you hunt that? Because it's so rare. I'm pretty sure
But if
they'll have it in like protective custody.
it's gonna
the entire
be
time
like
it's
mass
alive.
production with cars, man. Like they're gonna be like, oh, we made one Raptor, let's make 1,000.
Well, I
That's
don't
when
think
you
they would
throw
bring
like
back anything that
308s
would be
and
like
10
dangerous
mils.
though.
No, what do you mean?
They're not that stupid. You wouldn't bring back a T-Rex, would you? If you were a scientist and you were trying to be logical about this and be like,
Look
yeah,
at
I
the
want to bring back
movies.
extinct animals that are really cool. The
Look at
first
the
thing, yes, a
movies.
T-Rex would be cool, but you're not going to do it because of how dangerous that is.
Look at the fucking movies.
Motherfucker, nothing can contain a T-Rex.
No, but we have artillery that can kill it if it gets out of control.
Yeah, and how is that going to look? Oh, scientists bring T-Rex back to life, but shortly after it killed 2 people and we had to put it down. Then you're gonna destroy.
Go back to Harambe. Let's go back to what, 2016?
Okay. Listen, you don't need to get my dad involved.
Whoa, is he Harambe? What?
Harambe, more like Harasse.
Oh, do we have to talk about your childhood?
Nah. My dad was a war criminal in Russia and he died of alcohol. What a legend.
Oh, for some reason I put your father that lives in the States, not the other father.
Oh no, my father that lives in the States is a great man. He's a wise man. Love that dude.
That's why I was really confused. I was like, oh wait, hold on. I didn't know he did that thing. Dude, okay. The whole 100 man versus 1 gorilla.
Oh my gosh. So I know Mr. Beast had put that video out, or put that idea out as like a complete joke, but now people have like made it seem like it actually happened and it never did. My own thoughts on that would be, I don't think anybody could take down a gorilla. I think it's physically impossible.
Man, are we just putting 100 random people out there, or are we like selecting?
If we were being selective, you could put all the biggest bodybuilders there and strongest people there, and I still think the gorilla would win easily.
I don't think so.
How are you going to kill a gorilla with your bare hands? You're not
Dude,
just going to
Brian
punch it to death.
Shaw. Brian Shaw.
Brian Shaw is a big dude. I will give you that, and so is
He
Eddie
has.
Hall. Those two people together could not take down a gorilla. That
I'm
gorilla
not
would
saying
kill
just
them.
them. I'm just saying, do Brian Shaw's muscular, like, the way his genetics are with his muscles,
Muscles?
he's like built better than a gorilla. Like
You
that
want to
man
know
is
what
a
I want to see? And I
unit.
think this is what you're getting at. I want to see 100 people versus, like, 100 average people versus Brian Shaw. I think I would place my bets on Brian Shaw that he could take them all.
I don't
100%.
know, dude. There's some big backs.
I'm saying, like, average people. I'm not saying, like, bodybuilders or people with muscle. I'm saying, like, your
I'm,
average human.
well, are we talking average in the U.S.? Because they are some plump motherfuckers. I don't
Bro,
care if
it's
people
like,
care. If they come back at me 5 years from now, you said the average, yeah, average in
take
America
your
is
average person
morbidly
around the
obese.
world.
Dude, you go to North Korea, there's barely people there that know how to eat.
Yeah, because they're all femboys. Going to hell for that one.
Break like toothpicks.
Yep. Although my legs, though, my legs could hold a lot of weight, motherfucker. A lot of weight. My legs are built.
I beg to disagree, but back to the would you rather's because I went out for a stroll there.
Yeah,
Fuck, I just
it's
had
good
one.
stuff.
That's the only reason why I brought it back. Would you go back in time, like to a time period, but you couldn't choose your age, your race, or your gender?
Would I go back to a time period?
Yeah, like if, like say, because there's always been like, oh, back 2010, Bitcoin, all this stuff. But like if you're like, yeah, I want to go back to 2010 so you could invest in stuff, but you come back and you're just like Middle East woman. We had
Honestly,
to stay like that for 24 hours.
would we be able to
I'm
return to the present?
after 24 hours.
You know what I would want to do? I would genuinely want to go back to when ancient Egypt was alive and thriving because that sounds like such a cool thing to do. Dude,
But
have you
you
seen all
don't
the
know if
artifacts and
you're
stuff they're finding?
no.
Bro, it's so cool. Dude, I would love to go back to ancient Egypt. That'd be so cool.
But I'm saying you go back to that time period, like you say, "Ooh, I want to go back to these days," but you don't know if you're gonna end there. Like you could end up in like the UK
Okay, so,
during the plague.
bro, ancient Egypt was the place to be, bro. You were basically a god.
At 16 years old, you were a god.
Well, yeah.
Did they choose a pope?
Yeah, so the new pope is Pope Leo. His original name, I think, was like
He's
Robert or
old.
something. He's from Chicago, and funny story about the Pope is that he actually
Touches
his
kids.
brothers his brothers did an interview, and what's funny about it is ever since this dude was young, he always wanted to be a pope, and his brothers would say, yeah. Like, on the interview, they were like, yeah, ever since he was a kid, he always wanted to be the Pope. He would pretend to be the Pope. He would always go to church, do all these, like, practices and whatnot. And then fast forward, like, 50 years later, he becomes a Pope. And it's like, whoa. The crazy part is he's from Chicago. Like, that's crazy.
What, like, what do you have to do to become a pope?
A lot of stuff. First off, you have to become a priest. After a priest, then you become something else. And then after whatever I can't think of, then you become a cardinal. Once you become a cardinal, then you get the chance to become the pope if and when the pope ever dies or steps down. But you have to be a certain age requirement and certain, like, you have to meet certain criteria to even be considered as a pope, though. It's a very strict selecting process, though.
Dude, they're all so old.
Well, a lot of them, I think it's like, a lot of them look 80, but I think a lot of them are like late 60s. But, like, you also have to have a good understanding of how the world works, though, to become the Pope. Like, you have to have a good general understanding of the economy you live in, if it's good, if it's bad, what's going on in the world. You can't just be like, oh, I practice religion and that's it. No, 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 no. Yes, a religion is a big part of it, but You gotta know what you're doing, and you gotta know what's going on in the world.
Would you rather know the exact date of birth or death? Oh, I guess that's a dumb. Would you want to
Oh
know
my
the
god.
date that you die, or how you die?
I would think how I die so I can be careful to try and avoid it.
But then I can change.
Because if I
I feel.
knew when I was gonna die, I think I'd get too paranoid and like I don't think I'd ever leave my room, and I don't think I would be able to have the ability to have fun anymore because I'd just be thinking about, oh, I'm gonna die soon. I'm gonna die soon. Where if I knew how I was gonna die, I could still go live my life and have fun. I would just be I would be more careful of what I do. You know.
I don't. I wouldn't care regardless. It's like if it says, "Ooh, you're gonna die in a car crash," I'm still driving.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just at that point, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I might die in a car crash, but I'm gonna be careful when I'm out on the road. Like I'm gonna be hyper vigilant. I'm gonna be looking around, making sure I look before I
I
turn or something. You know.
I hope you're hyper vigilant every time you drive.
Well, I mean, I am, yeah, but I mean, if I'm on like the interstate and I'm doing, let's say, 95 and a 35, I'm not going to be looking for the school kid crossing the road. Oops,
I
sorry,
would.
I ran him over like 10 miles ago. My bad.
I just put a big point on the front of my car. Make a shish kebab.
Boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, transgender. Wait, what? Hold up. I
Okay,
didn't ask
no,
for
we're
any
not
sauce
getting
on
into
here.
that debate. We're not. Oh, whoa.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Please don't cancel me. I don't mean it.
I
I
will make
promise.
sure you
That
get
just
canceled.
I'm bullshitting because I'm trying to think of things to talk about. My apologies.
So you're gonna change it to transvestites?
No.
No, no, that's what she said.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, yeah, true.
What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about that.
Okay. What is a What you said?
I don't know. I don't want to sway my political opinions here.
I don't even know what that is. I mean, I feel like I do. I'm
I
not
feel like that's
thinking
someone that
clearly right now.
transitions or that's in the process or has transitioned.
Oh, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's the person's choice what they want to do. If I'm being honest, like at the end of the day, it's your choice. Yeah, no one's. I'm
Man,
not gonna stop you.
you're a lot more respectful.
Well, I mean, I have I feel certain ways about it, but if I'm like, I don't really care what you do as long as it doesn't get to the point where like you're rubbing it in my face or other people's face or like you're making a big deal over it. Then you know what? If it makes you happy, go for it. I don't care. Whatever.
Do you have another question?
Well, let's look because I asked ChatGPT and let's see what ChatGPT came up with. So if they're
Oh
lame,
gosh.
I'm sorry. Would you rather let AI control world governments or keep flawed human politicians in power?
Keep flawed humans in power.
Yeah, because I think
100%.
AI would just drive the world into chaos. Honestly, like don't get me wrong, AI is awesome, but I think it would just, I think the world would just go into a big ball of chaos after a while because it would be more of like a dictatorship where it's like
It would be more logistical than ethical.
yeah, it'd be like do this because this would be the outcome and this is how you could do this, you know, like what you said. Um,
Would you rather be immortal and watch everyone die, or just live your life as is? That's such a bad question. These are just on the fly off my mind.
live my life as is. I wouldn't want to be immortal.
You don't want to be Wolverine, man?
Nah, I don't think I could sit through watching my own like wife die. I think that would tear me apart, honestly.
So you think you're gonna outlive? You're gonna die before everyone?
Um, well, I don't want to die before everyone. I would say I want to be close with my wife.
Selfish?
Like, if my wife dies, I want to die like a couple days later, or vice versa. Like, I want to be right there
You're
with her
gonna
the whole
Kurt
time.
Cobain yourself, or
Well, no, I wouldn't Kurt Cobain myself, but I would Paul Walker myself. That was a long
that is
silence.
that isn't 100%. That isn't always 100%. I guess Cobain's isn't either, but
Okay, so would you rather all drugs be legalized or all alcohol be banned?
mm, technically alcohol is a drug.
Not I mean, it is, but
Technically, it is a drug. But
I
I
would
mean,
rather.
shit.
So if alcohol is banned, does that mean that like
You
um
just have speakeasies again.
well, what does that mean for like the drugs though? Does that mean like you certain drugs could still be banned though?
Well, it's just like the same drug regulations we have now, and then just alcohol's like up there. Yeah, I'd do it. That'd be cool. Get some speakeasies going again. Get some distilleries undercover again. That'd be kind of cool. Because I mean, if drugs are everywhere,
Oh
I
my
mean, it's
god.
bad because drugs are already everywhere.
Yeah. But think of like the lives it's taking though. Like alcohol doesn't take as much life as drugs do. That's the issue. That's why it's a harder choice because like what takes more lives at the end of the day? Drugs or alcohol? Drugs. It'll always be drugs no matter what. Cuz for
I,
you to die of
mm,
alcohol, you need a ton of it.
no, you don't. You just need to drink it long enough to where you're dependent on it.
Well, yeah, sure, true, true.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably say just ban alcohol. Fuck that.
I mean, yeah, honestly.
I drink once a week anyways.
Yeah. Because you can always ban all the drugs right after because it never says you can't ban the drugs. So,
Would you end global warming at the cost of personal health?
would
Or
I
keep your health and have the world just keep going down the shithole it's at?
I would probably say just keep my health because the world is going to take its course no matter what. So,
Damn. If it's guaranteed, like, fine. If you're just like, yeah, I don't care about my personal health.
well, I mean, I care about my health, obviously, but I mean, there's only so much you can do.
But this is saying, like, your personal health goes to shit, but everything is fine. Like, cancer cures are available, no world hunger, all of that.
I'd
You
rather have
selfish prick.
I'd rather have pretty good health. I just, I'm just like that.
Oh,
Okay, so would you rather cancel a historical figure you admire or defend someone widely hated?
I feel like that's contradictory. Because
So
what if
that's like
someone
saying,
I
would you
like
rather
is
cancel Hitler or defend Hitler?
no, maybe for you. Hold on, read the question again.
Would you rather cancel a historical figure you admire? So let's just say like Abraham Lincoln, right? Or MLK, because he's a better
Okay.
example. Or defend someone widely hated. So like Hitler.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with MLK on this one. I don't know if I could defend Hitler.
I agree. Hitler's actions were terrible, ungodly terrible. So I would probably cancel a historical figure you admire, even though we would get a lot of hate for that. But if they knew what we had
You,
to choose, what the other choice was, I think most people would be on board with us.
I feel like people would just be on board with us. They wouldn't be like, yeah, no, that Hitler guy, not very good.
Yeah, because it's like, would you rather cancel Batman or defend the Joker? Like,
Oh, do I get to pick the guy that I like shit on?
yeah. I mean, you could do that. I was just giving an example. You can pick who you shit on.
Oh, I'm picking the guy that's already like touching toes on the line. Like people are like swaying both ways, and I'm just like, you know what? That guy sucks.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
Would you sacrifice your happiness for your partners?
Absolutely. 100%. Not even a
Really?
question. Yes.
Why?
I would much rather see the person who I am marrying or I am dating or whatever the case is much more happier than me, because I know if they're happy, that means I'm doing something right regardless of if I'm happy or not.
So you're not gonna have any self like that's the whole like you're selfish. You don't want to be happy.
Well, I
But
want to be
that's
happy, of
like
course, but here's my thought process. If they're happy, I'm going to be happy regardless. Even if I'm not happy, I will be happy just because they're in a good mood, they're loving life, they're chill, they're good, you know. That them being happy would make me happy. Therefore, I don't have anything to worry about, you know. Cuz if they're happy, I don't have to worry about them leaving me. I don't have to worry about them like taking advantage of me or, you know, just like doing something stupid, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's a good place to end it, honestly, bro. Got some would you rather's in there. We got some close calls with hopefully we don't get
I thought
canceled,
you
you
wanted to talk
know.
about the tariff.
The tariff. Oh, yeah, we can touch on that actually. Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's the other crazy thing is that because of the tariffs that Trump has placed on other countries, it's kind of actually a good thing because that's persuading a lot of car companies like Audi and Volkswagen, well, Volkswagen slash Audi, um, announced that they are moving all their manufacturer from Germany into the U.S., which is actually a good thing because even before the tariffs, all foreign cars already have a form of tariff or a huge tax on them just because they're from another country. Now, with them moving into the U.S., they're going to be not only without the tariffs, but they're going to be a substantially amount cheaper because they're readily available and they're made within the USA. So, like, getting parts for those cars are going to be a hell of a lot cheaper. Now,
They're still shitty cars.
well, some of them, not all.
Majority of baseline Volkswagen Audis.
Okay, listen. Let a man like what he likes, for God's sakes.
The 5.2 R8s, absolutely any day. RS3s, RS7s, cool. Everything
I was going to
else,
say RS7 Sportsback, RS6 Avant, and then an Audi R8 are the only three cars I like.
are there any good Volkswagens?
No.
Damn, I was trying to give them hope.
No.
Just fucking shit on them.
No. Not at all. Sorry, Volkswagen, not sorry. I love Audi way more.
I mean,
But,
they're the same fucking company, basically.
I mean, yeah, but it's just. They put so much more thought process into making an Audi than they do a Volkswagen.
Not for when you have to repair them. I can tell you that fucking much.
Well, I don't know much about that.
Yeah, be happy you don't. Those things make me want to Kurt Cobain.
Whoa. Sir.
Yes.
Sir. Sir.
Body lines, cool. Fixing them, no. Electrical shit, fuck
No.
that. Your oil problems, your cooling problems, eat my dick. All
Whoa.
an inch and a half of it.
Whoa.
I'm ending feisty. Fuck that. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Have a good night. Like
Well,
it, comment, share, put your credit card information in the comments.
okay. Don't do that. Okay. We have a great rest of your guys' Mother's Day. And well, by the time you're watching this, Mother's Day will be gone.
This is not
and
gonna
we
be
will,
up on
we will catch you on the next one. Bye.